This is a bit more in-depth look at the adverbs in J, and we're looking at the reflexive adverb. So we'll look at this screen, and across the top of this screen we've got a typical J sentence. And as the J parser looks at this, it says, oh look, here's an adverb and a verb, a parentheses. That means the first thing that matches is this combination. And so what I've represented here is there's the adverb. It knows it's an adverb. The reason the rest of this is grayed out is right now all it knows this is an adverb and this is a verb. It knows those things. It hasn't yet looked at how many arguments it has. That's the next step. So the next step, it goes over here, says, oh, empty space, only one argument. If there was a second argument, it would be over here, but there's only one argument, and that triggers a whole bunch of meaning to flow into this. And here's the meaning. With one argument, this adverb now creates two paths over to this verb. Together, the adverb and the verb are still making a verb. It's a monadic verb, that's why this is green. But by splitting the argument into two and sending it to this verb, it creates this as a dyadic verb. So here's the argument that's done it. It's a list of 4 integers that are not in order, which is significant. We go back and it's going to split that list into 2 feeds into this verb. And this verb is sort up. It takes a y argument, uses that as a key to order an x argument. And it turns out that if you use the identical y and x arguments, sorting this one into a key and applying it to the x argument sorts the x argument. And that basically means you get your list sorted. So let's take a look at the y argument coming in, and of course it's that same list. And the x argument, because we've split it, is that same list. And together they're working within this verb, and the result is now the ordered list. So this adverb has allowed this verb to sort the list. If this adverb wasn't present, then the single argument would go to the list, and instead of having an ordered list, all you would get was the key that was used to order the list. So you do have that option, but the adverb actually works a bit like a preprocessor of the information and sends it on to the verb. That's why adverbs are really useful. So down here in this little description, you can see that this format is identical to putting the x and the y arguments identical around this verb. It means the same thing, but that's kind of a shorthand, a little more powerful way for this adverb to work. I hope this has been useful to you. If you'd like to leave any comments or any improvements that could be added, because I'm sure there's some, feel free to leave comments at bobterrio.wordpress.com.